So let us start with the first problem. Here we have to analyze the continuous beam. So this is a problem statement. You have to analyze the continuous beam shown in figure by stiffness method and plot SFD and BMD, and the flexural rigidity is constant. Okay, EI you have to take as a constant value. Okay, so here you can see that this is a given beam. This is a figure is given, and you have to analyze this using the stiffness method. So for the analysis, you have to use the stiffness method, and for the stiffness method we have derived the derivation. So using that derivation, you have to assemble first the stiffness matrix, and after that the analysis results will be the joint displacement value and the support reaction value and the member end forces. So these will be the analysis results. And in case of stiffness method, as you know that the primary unknown is joint displacement. Okay, so to find out that joint displacement, we are using the stiffness coefficients. So first of all, we have to assemble the joint stiffness matrix, and then after we can find out the values of the joint displacements. Okay, so here you can see this. This is ABC is a continuous beam, where on the member AB there are two type of the loadings are there, which is a type of the point load, and on member BC there is a UDL of 10 kilonewton per meter. Okay, so first step of the analysis is always to find out the degree of freedom of the structure. Okay, so already I told you that how to find out the degree of freedom or the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So degree of freedom means free to move. So here I already in the solution I have written the degree of freedom of this structure is 3. That is at every node there is a hinge support you can see at node A, node B and node C. So possible degree of freedom in case of beam at the various supports is a fixed support, the degree of freedom is 0. Hinge support, the degree of freedom will be 1, that is in the rotational displacement. And in case of the roller support, also the degree of freedom will be 1. So this you have to keep in mind. So here at this node A there is a hinge support, so there will be only rotational displacement along Z direction. So that will be theta A. At B, as there is a hinge support, again there will be possible displacement will be theta B. And again at node C, as it is a hinge support, the possible displacement is theta C. So this is 1. You have to add all this. So 1, this 2, and this will be 3. So your degree of freedom of this structure is theta A, theta B, theta C. Okay. And which coordinate axis we are choosing here? Y, vertical direction Y, and Z direction theta. Already this also I told you to. This is a free node. So in case of beam at free node where there will be no support, the possible degree of freedom will be 2. Okay, that is delta Y and theta Z. Delta Y and theta Z. But this is at free node. This is at free node, okay, where there will be no support. And X deformation we are not considering, so we are not showing the we are not considering the X direction. Okay, X direction force also will not be considered. So in case of hinge support, okay, there will be only possible displacement in rotation direction 1. Also in case of the roller support, again possible degree of freedom will be 1 in Z direction. And but in case of fixed support, the degree of freedom will be 0, because fixed support is restrained along Y and it will be restrained along Z. So degree of freedom will be 1. So this you have to keep in mind in case of beam. Hinge and roller, rotational displacement is possible. Fixed support, degree of freedom will be 0. No displacement will be possible. Free node, 2 type of the displacement will be possible, Y and theta. X we are not considering. So this will be our coordinate axis, Y and Z. Z direction, theta displacement, Y direction, delta Y displacement. Okay. So I think you get understood. This is a degree of freedom, how we have find out the degree of freedom of this structure. Theta A, theta B and theta C. Only rotational displacement will be possible. So these 3 values we have to find out using the stiffness method. Theta A, theta B and theta C. Theta means rotation. Then we will plot a skeleton diagram, okay, which shows the node number, member number and the freedom and the restraint code. Okay, that is also called as a numbering of structure. So second step, after step 1, after finding out degree of freedom of your structure, you have to plot a skeleton diagram. That will comes in step number 2. Because with the reference of this skeleton diagram, we have to assemble all the stiffness matrix and accordingly we have to give the coding to that, which will contains the freedom code as well as the restraint code. Okay. So here in the blank space, I will draw the skeleton diagram. So those who will not understood it, they will be easily understood this how to plot a skeleton diagram. So first of all, as there is a two member, first of all you give the node number. So this is a node 1, this will be node 2 and this will be node 3. This will be your member 1 and this is member 2. Okay, now you plot Y, X, Y and rotation Z at each node like this. Okay, Y and Z. Okay, so because you have to give the coding along free direction as well as along the restraint direction. So here at this hinge support, you can see that there is a Y reaction, vertical reaction. X reaction we are not considering. So Y direction it is restrained. So Y direction it will be restrained. So that we have to give the coding. Okay, so here after giving the node number and the member number along Y and Z direction at each node or at each support, we have to give the coding in the global coordinate system. What is our global coordinate system? This is Y and Z. Okay, generally X रहता है, फिर Y, फिर Z. X we are not considering here. So as the degree of freedom of this structure is 3. So first you give the coding to the free direction and then to the restraint direction. First assign a number to the free coordinate and then to the restraint coordinate. Okay, so at node A there is a hinge support. So rotational displacement is possible. No displacement along Y. So there will be one comes in Z direction. So this will be 1. Okay, then where will come to at node 2 along z direction. So this will be 2. And again where will come 3 at node 3 along z direction 3. Okay, so 1 z डायरेक्शन में तीनों नोड में डिस्प्लेसमेंट पॉसिबल है, इसीलिए z डायरेक्शन में आएगा पहले 1 2 3, जहां पे डिस्प्लेसमेंट पॉसिबल है उसको पहला असाइन करना है आपको. ठीक है, उसके बाद 1 2 3 हो गया. सो 1 2 3 these are the freedom codes. These are freedom code where the displacement is possible. Okay, and then you have to complete this global coordinate system. So freedom code 1 2 3. उसके बाद again you come to left node 1 and complete this y direction coding. So 1 2 3 3. After that there will be 4. So this is restraint. Then y direction again 4. After there will be 5. This is again restraint in this direction, and 6 in y direction. So 4 5 6 are the restraint code. Okay, 4 5 6 are the restraint code. Okay, where at this code, along this code, you will get the values of support reaction in y direction, and 1 2 3 along this code you will get the values of the joint displacement, that can be theta 1 theta 2 theta 3, or it may be theta a theta b or theta c. Okay, where there will be the displacement is possible, you assign first assign that code and then the remaining code. Okay, so I think you will be understood how to plot a skeleton diagram. And here in case of beam, as it is a horizontal member, its local x-axis and global x-axis will be same. Hence in case of beam, SM will be equal to SMS. Okay, so the same diagram I have shown in the next slide. Okay, only this 4 5 6 I have shown in the downward of this member, so don't be confused here. Okay, 1 2 3 and 4 5 6. So this is a numbering, or we can say it is a skeleton diagram. Okay, so this is a skeleton diagram. Here we can give the node 1, node 2 and node 3. So either you can show it in this way also, or whatever I have shown in the first slide, that way you can do it. Okay, in the same step, after plotting a skeleton diagram, you have to prepare a table to find out the stiffness coefficient. Okay, so what are the stiffness coefficient? We have derived that stiffness matrix, which consists of the stiffness coefficient values. Okay, so after plotting a skeleton diagram, you have to find out the values of the stiffness coefficient. Okay, keep a copy with you, pen, calculators. Copy में लिखो इसको and do the calculation and cross check your values with my values. Okay, otherwise if you not do it, you may आप कहाँ पे आपका wrong हो रहा है आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा. Okay, so you please a copy with you. Don't only सिर्फ उसको देखो मत. ठीक है? So this is a table we will prepare to find out the value of stiffness coefficient. So this is member length, then value of E, value of I, then EI, and these are the coefficient values. Okay, so in the SMS matrix, okay, अगर आपको याद आ रहा होगा, there are 4 types of the stiffness coefficient values: 12 EI by L cube, 6 EI by L square, and 2 EI by 4 EI by L, and 2 EI by L. So first member is member AB, and second member is BC. Write down the length. And one thing you have to keep in mind that all the units should be in one unit. All the dimensions should be in one. That means if you are taking the length is in centimeter, the value of EI should be in centimeter square, kilonewton per centimeter. If it is in mm, all should be in mm. Okay, so here I have the given length is in meter. So member AB, the length is 10 meter. Member BC's length is 6 meter. Okay, then value of E and I. And EI is constant for all the member. Okay, EI you have to consider it as constant, or you can take it as 1 also. Okay, so E I have taken 1, I 1. So EI 1 1, or you can take the value of you can make this value is common. Okay, okay. So then after this EI is constant means in terms of EI we can find out the values of the joint displacement because EI is not given here. Okay, so the first coefficient is 12 EI by L cube. 12 EI by L cube for member AB. So 12 into EI divided by L cube. So L is 10. So 12 by 10 cube you will get this value 0.012. Okay. If I will consider EI as constant, so you write down this value is in terms of EI. So it is 0.012 EI. Okay. Then similarly find out 6 EI by L square, 4 EI by L and 2 EI by L. Okay, 6 EI by L square, that means 6 by L square. So 6 by 10 square you will get 0.060 EI. Okay, then 4 EI by L, 4 by L is 0.40 EI and 2 EI by L is 0.20 EI. Okay, then similarly you calculate for member BC. Okay, 12 EI by L cube, 6 EI by L square, 4 EI by L and 2 EI by L. Okay, so this value you will get, you just cross check this value. Okay, the 0.056 EI only you write down here EI, 0.167 EI, 0.67 EI and 0.33 EI because EI is constant here. Okay, if the value of EI is given, you have to enter that value also. Okay, so after plotting a skeleton diagram, you have to prepare this table, and in this table you have to find out the 4 values of the stiffness coefficients for the members. जितने भी members है हर एक member के लिए आपको निकालना पड़ेगा. Only the dimension should be in 1. Okay, mm में करो, मीटर में करो, और सेंटीमीटर में है तो सेंटीमीटर में आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. Okay, then here in this table I have shown that for member 1, that is AB, numbering Y1 it is 4, numbering Z1 is 1 and number Y2 is 5 and number Z2 is 2. So member 1, like this member 1, what will be your numberings? 4, 1, 5, 2. First will be Y and then will be Z. In this way you have to give the numbering to the SMS matrix. Okay, YZ, YZ. Okay, but when we are assigning a coding, first we have to assign a freedom code. Okay, whatever it may be the direction. Z direction में तो पहले उसी को करना पड़ेगा. But when we are assigning a numbering to the SMS matrix, first the sequence will be YZ, YZ, YZ. Then for second member BC, again पहले Y आएगा उसके बाद Z. Y की कोडिंग आएगी फिर Z की कोडिंग आएगी. So 5, 2, 6, 3. You can see in this diagram. पहले Y आएगा फिर Z आएगा, फिर पहले Y आएगा फिर Z आएगा. So 5, 2, 6, 3. Okay. So why this is very important, this numbering? Because with the help of this numbering, we are solving the whole problem. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 freedom codes, 4, 5, 6 are the restraint codes. Okay, so I think you should understand to find out the values of the stiffness coefficient. So these are the values of the stiffness coefficient. Then what is our next step? That means the step number 3. The step number 3, here you can see that you have to assemble the stiffness matrix along structural or the global axis. Okay, SMS matrix. Okay, and here SM is equal to SMS. Okay, because your member axis and the global axis for beam is same. If this is a beam member, this is a beam, this will be local X, and this again will be the same global X. Hence, SM is always SMS in case of beam or in case of a horizontal member. Okay, so your step number 3 will be stiffness matrix along structural axis or a member axis. Okay, so this is a general derivation. SMS is equal to SM or equal to SMS. Okay, so this we have derived in the last class. Okay, and these matrix you have to learn. ये matrix आपको learn करना है. Okay, so that is a general derivation matrix. 12EI by L cube, 6EI by L square, minus 12EI by L cube, 6EI by L square. So accordingly, we will assemble the SMS matrix. Okay, so there are 2 member only, so there will be SMS1 and SMS2. Okay, जितने members रहेंगे उतने SMS matrix रहेंगे, and with the help of that SMS matrix, we are assembling a joint stiffness matrix, that is SJ matrix. Okay, so to assemble this matrix, first of all we have find out these all the stiffness coefficient for each member. Okay, like 12EI by L cube, 6EI by L square, 4EI by L and 2EI by L. Okay, so first of all you find out that value in the tabular form, and only after using this the derivation, this matrix, you have to assemble the SMS matrix. Okay, so here you can see that SMS1. Okay, SMS1 के लिए what is the 12EI by L cube value? Okay, EI you take a common because EI is constant. Don't take EI as 1. EI is constant. So the 12EI by L cube for member 1, it is 0.012 EI. So EI you kept common, and using that this derivation, this matrix, assemble SMS1 matrix. Okay, so here you can see that the first value in the first row, the first value is 12EI by L cube. So for member 1, what is the value of 12EI by L cube? It is 0.012 EI. So only write down the coefficient. So 0.012. Then second value 6EI by L square. So it is 0.060. Okay, 6EI by L square. Then what is the third value in the first row? It is minus 12EI by L cube. So 0.012 minus 12EI by L cube. So minus 0.012. Then 6EI by L square. So same value, second value will become in 4. So 0.060. Okay, then in the second row, what is the first value? 6EI by L square. So 6EI by L square 0.060. Then value of 4EI by L. Then minus 6EI by L square and 2EI by L. Okay, only these 2 row you have to keep in mind. Okay, once you have done this, in the third row only first row की जो values है उसका माइनस साइन आएगा. Okay, you can compare to the above derivation. Only there is a minus sign. So minus 12ei by L cube minus 6ei by L square plus 12ei by L cube minus 6ei by L square. So first row value will be same here, but will be the opposite sign. Then in the fourth row, in the second row, if you compare, there will be no change of the sign. Only there will be the shifting of the coefficient in the second and fourth row. The same first row की values same रहेगी with the same sign. Okay, and here it will come 2ei by L. This will be 2ei by L. Okay, and here again minus 6ei by L square, and here it will be 4ei by L. Okay, so only there will be shifting of this value with the same sign. Okay, so in this way you have to assemble the SMS1 matrix. For that you have to keep this matrix. ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है, and accordingly you have to assign it. So once you assemble SMS1 matrix, give the numbering in the horizontal direction as well as in the y direction. Okay, if you have plotted that skeleton diagram, if you will be able to give the numbering. Okay, but again I can plot here. Okay, this will be the skeleton diagram. Okay, and here in this way we have given the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, member 1, member 2. So first we'll give the numbering to the member 1. First to the left node, then to the right node. Keep in mind. First left node, then right node. Okay, so for member 1, left node is 1. Member 1 के लिए right node है 2. Okay, so first रहेगा YZ. Okay, the sequence will be YZ. Okay, तो पहले Y की कोडिंग आएगी, फिर Z की कोडिंग आएगी. So for member 1, left node 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2. 4, 1, 5, 2. Similarly, in the vertical direction, you have to give the values 4, 1, 5, 2. Okay, 4, 1, 5, 2, 4, 1, 5, 2. Then in the similar way, you assemble the SMS2 matrix. Okay, so SMS2 matrix for member 2, already we have find out the values of the coefficient. Okay, 12ei by L cube, 6ei by L square, 4ei by L and 2ei by L. Okay, so refer that table and take the value from that table and assemble this matrix. So first value is of 12ei by L cube. So for member 2, what is the value of 12ei by L cube? It is 0.056 EI. So EI again I have taken common here, only put the value of coefficient. Similarly, this is a 6ei by L square, then minus 12ei by L cube, 6ei by L square. Similarly, 6ei by L square, 4ei by L, minus 6ei by L square, 2ei by L. Then minus all, write down all the values with the negative sign from the first row. Then from the second row, the first value will be same and this coefficient will be 2ei by L. The same will be here minus 0.167 and this will be 4ei by L. Okay, so in this way we have assembled the SMS2 matrix. What will be the numbering again? Again you refer the skeleton diagram. For member 2, what is the left node? 2, right node 3. So left node coding, पहले Y Z. Okay, Y coding 5. Y direction की coding 5 है. So 5, 2, 6, 3. 5, 2, 6, 3. in the horizontal direction and in the y direction 5 2 6 3. Okay, understood up to this? Which step I repeat here, because as it is a first problem, I will tell you each step properly. Okay, so that when we'll go for the next problem, okay, same steps रहता है, सिर्फ वैल्यू चेंज होती है, इसीलिए I will require more time to complete the first problem. So up to this, is there any doubt? If any one of you are having doubt, you can ask me, otherwise I will continue. And please write this in your copy so that it will be easy to understood, and there may be a calculation mistakes also. What is the next step after this? What is the next step after assembling SMS matrix? Yes? Am I audible or not?
Yes, ma'am, clearly audible.
Yes. So what is the
Audible,
next step? What is the next step? After finding out SMS matrix, we have done the same in the truss. Same method, same steps are there. What is the next step? After SMS matrix, what we are finding out? SMS मैट्रिक्स के बाद अपन क्या निकालते हैं? SMS 1 हो गया, SMS 2 हो गया. There are 2 members. 2 मेंबर के लिए अपन ने SMS मैट्रिक्स असेंबल किया है. नंबरिंग समझ में आई? नंबरिंग समझ में आई? What is the next step after this matrix? After that, we are finding out the joint stiffness matrix, that is SJ. Okay. What will be the size of SJ matrix? Tell me.
3 by 3.
What will be the size of SJ matrix? Yes? Any one of you can tell me.
6 by 6.
6 by 6 मैट्रिक्स. ओनली अनुजा कलम भाई कोई समझ में आता क्या? बाकी लोग कुछ नहीं बोलते. 6 by 6 on which it depends. जितनी कोडिंग रहती है completely फ्रीडम एंड रिस्ट्रेंट, उसको पूरा मिला के मैट्रिक्स बनेगा आपका जॉइंट स्टिफनेस. So there are 6 codings. 1 2 3 4 5 6. See in the skeleton diagram. Okay. So there are 6 total coding, 1 2 3 freedom and 4 5 6 restraint. So your joint stiffness matrix will be 6 by 6 matrix. Joint stiffness matrix will be 6 by 6. So next step will be your joint stiffness matrix. So next, in this case, what we are doing, we are giving the coding 1 2 3 4 5 6 in the horizontal direction. Same we are giving in the vertical direction. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Now how to assemble it? कैसे करते हैं पहले इसको? Which coefficient, which pair we are considering? We are taking which pair? 1 to 1. पहले vertical direction का 1 coding and that 1 to 1 we are finding out the value. So 1 to 1 from this 2 SMS matrix, we are finding out that coefficient. So 1 to 1. Okay. So refer SMS 1. 1 to 1. Vertical पहले, vertical direction 1 to 1. What is the value of coefficient? 0.40. Okay. So 0.40. Then refer SMS 2. Is there combination of 1 to 1 in SMS 2? 1 to 1? No combination. 5263, 5263. So no value of 1 to 1. So 1 to 1 is 0. So what is the 1 to 1 value? It is in only in SMS 1. 1 to 1 is 0.40. Okay. You can see my cursor वहाँ पे मैंने जहाँ पे 0.40 सर्कल किया है. That will be the value of 1 to 1. 0.40. Then what is the value of 1 to 2? I will not make more time to explain this because already it is explained. Okay, I think आपको ये समझ में भी आया होगा how to assemble it. इसमें पहले diagonal elements निकाल लेना है आपको 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. Then first row होने के बाद same आपको vertically उसको paste करना है. Then what is the value of 1 to 2? 1 to 2, SMS 1, SMS 2.
0.2.
0.20. Okay. So 1 to 2 is 0.20. There will be no combination of 1 to 2 in SMS 2. Then similarly 1 to 3. 1 to 3. See the SMS 1 matrix. What is the value of 1 to 3? There is a 1,
0.
but there is no 3 in SMS 1. And there is a 3, but there is a no 1 in SMS 2. So what is the value of 1 to 3?
0.
1 to 3 is 0. In this way, you have to assemble this matrix. So first you find out all the diagonal elements. Okay, 1 to 2, then 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4 like this. Then find out this row. The same row will be written here. Okay, now all the diagonal values will be positive. Okay, so your stiffness matrix is symmetric matrix रहता है. तो diagonal के ऊपर की जो value रहती है, same value diagonal के नीचे की रहती है. Okay, and all the diagonal values will be positive. Okay, so likewise you have to assemble this joint stiffness matrix. And after assembling this matrix, we are separating this matrix with the 4 matrix. Okay. So as the degree of freedom is 3, degree of freedom of this structure is 3, so we are separating it after 3 in vertical direction as well as in the horizontal direction. Okay, जितनी degree of freedom है, after that you have to separate it. So this first matrix, ये जो matrix रहेगा, ये रहेगा आपका SFF matrix. Okay, SFF, this will be SFR, this will be SRF, and this will be SRR. Okay, so your joint stiffness matrix is divided into 4 type of the stiffness matrix. F means free, R means restraint. So SFF means stiffness coefficient at freedom code due to the displacement at freedom code. So as SFF matrix which depends on the size of the degree of freedom. जितनी degree of freedom है उसका SFF का size रहेगा. So SFF is 3/3 matrix. Okay, and the remaining will be after making this, you will get directly the size of other matrix. Okay, and for the calculation, you will need SFF matrix and SRF matrix. SFF matrix will give you the value of joint displacement, and SRF matrix will give you the values of the support reactions. Okay, so in the next slide, you can see that the complete joint stiffness matrix where I have written here EI should be common. Okay, don't forget to write down this value. Because EI value is not given, you have to keep it constant every time. Okay, so I have assembled this matrix. Okay, and if you compare this diagonal element, these all are positive values. Okay, so first you find out the diagonal element. First row you find out, same आपको यहाँ पे copy करना है, ठीक है? And after that I have separated it after 3. So this will be your SFF. Already I told you. Okay, understood up to this? How to assemble the joint stiffness matrix, because already we have give the much time to assemble this matrix. If any one of you have any doubt, you can ask me now. Otherwise, I will go for the next step. Okay, so up to the joint stiffness matrix, आपकी step as it is रहते हैं. Okay, first step is degree of freedom, second step is skeleton diagram, third step is in the table we are finding out the stiffness coefficient. Then in the next step we are finding out the SMS matrix or SM. Okay, then after we are finding out the joint stiffness matrix. Okay, so this will be your SFF matrix. Okay, and this will be your SRF matrix. Okay, so these two matrices will be useful for finding out the values of the displacement and the support reactions. Okay, so this is the step 4 we have completed now. Then we will go to the next step, that is the step number 5. So from this step, this is very important step. Okay, formulation of the global load matrix. Okay, copy में इसको आप लिख लो. Very important step. From here there will be the changes. Okay, so here you know that this step, you know this step, you know the formula also. We have used this formula, same formula है. So global load matrix we are denoted with the help of AC. Okay, and the AC matrix, it is the addition of AC is equal to AJ plus AE. Okay, the same equations we have used in the truss also, but in case of truss is loaded at the joint, so there is a no load on the member. In case of plain truss I am talking. So as there is a no load on the member, A matrix is 0. Okay, so to assemble the global load matrix, first of all you should know the meaning of this. What is AJ and what is AE? So AJ, J means joint. So AJ means joint load matrix. Okay, or we can say it is action at joints. Okay, so for that you need to refer a problem. So in the problem, ABC beam is given and the load is given on the member. There is a no load at the joint. Joint मतलब joint A, joint B और joint C पे अगर कोई भी लोड है, because there may be the loading in case of beam, joint पे भी रह सकता है और member पे भी रह सकता है. Member पे तो रहता ही है, joint पे भी रह सकता है. But in the given problem, there is a no load at the joints. Hence, the joint load matrix, AJ matrix will becomes 0. But that matrix we have to write down in the matrix form. Okay? In the matrix form, so along code 1, along code 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6. No loading is there, so all coding, the value of force will be 0. Because this is a load matrix, it will use you the values of the load. Okay, so as there is a no loading acting at joints, AJ matrix will become 0. So here also I have shown in the table, member 1, member 2, these are the numbering 4152, 5263. So Fy for 1 मतलब Fy for 1 मतलब फोर्स इन y डायरेक्शन कुछ भी नहीं है, मोमेंट नहीं है. ओके, सिमिलरली फॉर मेंबर 2 there will be no force along y and no moment. इसीलिए पूरा एजे मैट्रिक्स आपका 0 आएगा. This is I am talking about the joint load. Okay, member, there is a loading on the member. Okay, so AC will be equal to AJ plus AE. So we have know about AJ. As there is a no load at joint, AJ matrix will be 0. If there is a load at the joint in other problems, we will see how to assemble it in that case. Now we will concentrate about the AE matrix. Okay, so now AE matrix, try and understand meaning of AE. AE means AE means equivalent. So equivalent joint load matrix due to the load on the member. Okay, AE means it is a equivalent joint load matrix due to the load on the member. Okay, so to assemble this AE matrix, whatever the load is given on the member, that you have to convert at the joint, because your stiffness is the joint stiffness values. All the values are to be taken in the stiffness method, that all are the joint values we are taking at the joint. Okay, degree of freedom also we are calculating at the joints only. So whatever the member loading is there, that you have to convert to the joint loading. Joint पे उसको convert करना है. Okay, so and it is a equivalent matrix. Equivalent means there will be the actual load, but will be in the opposite direction. So the same A matrix इसको कैसे assemble करना है? So in the last class already I told you how to assemble this A matrix. Okay, so as there is a member loading, we'll have to shift that member loading to the joint load. Okay, so as you can see that whatever I am drawing here, you just draw it. This is a member 1 and this is a member 2. You just separate it, both the members. Separate both the members. And these are the loading on the member. Okay, this is a 40 kilonewton and this is a 20 kilonewton. And this distance is 4 meter, 4 meter, 2 meter. Okay, and each member we are considering as we will consider this as a fixed beam. Okay, we'll consider this as a fixed beam, and that member loading, we will convert that member loading to the joint loading. Okay, so this is a loading on second member, that is 10 kilonewton per meter, and the length of the member is 6. Okay, so now to assemble the A matrix, this member loading, you have to convert it into joint load. Joint load means at node A and at node B, you have to find out its fixed end moment and the support reactions value. Okay, so fixed end moment due to this loading and the support reaction due to the fixed end moment and the given loading. So as you know that if there is a various type of the loading on the structure on the member, you can easily find out the fixed end moment. So here at this node A, you have to find out the fixed end moment AB and the support reaction value RA. Similarly, fixed end moment BA and support reaction RB. Okay. Support reaction RB. So this will be your fixed end moment AB. Okay, anti-clockwise रहेगा और ये fixed end moment रहेगा BA clockwise. Fixed end moment BA and this will be your reaction Ra, and this will be Rb. Similarly, due to the uniformly distributed loading, ये रहेगा फिक्स्ड एंड मूवमेंट BC एंटी क्लॉकवाइज और ये रहेगा फिक्स्ड एंड मूवमेंट CB क्लॉकवाइज, और रिएक्शन रहेगी RB और रिएक्शन रहेगी RC. ओके, सो वॉट एवर द गिवन लोडिंग रहेगी मेंबर पे, इट मे बी पॉइंट लोड, इट मे बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड लोड, इट मे बी वैरिंग लोड. तो टू असेंबल AE मैट्रिक्स, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फाइंड आउट fixed end moment and support reactions due to that loading, and that you can easily find out. So what will be the fixed end moment AB due to this 40 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton loading? Tell me that value. How you will get that value? Fixed end moment AB, fixed end moment BA, reaction RA and reaction RB. What is the formula we are using to find out the fixed end moment if there is a point load which is not at the center? There are two loadings are there. You have done it in SA1. How will get the value of fixed end moment AB?
WAB square by L square.
WAB square by L square प्लस W, दो लोड है वहां पर, तो WA1 B1 स्क्वायर बाय L स्क्वायर प्लस WA2 B2 स्क्वायर बाय L स्क्वायर. Yes, any one of you tell me the value for fixed end moment AB, fixed end moment BA. ये आप प्लॉट कर लो कॉपी में, because I have not shown this. I have written directly the values. You can see AJ मैट्रिक्स यहाँ पे असेंबल करके बताया है. 0 0 है, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now we are finding out this. So due to the 40 kilonewton and 20 kilonewton loading, you'll get the moment here. Anti-clockwise moment मिल रहा है 64 है fixed end moment AB. Give this as A, B, B, C. This is fixed end moment AB, fixed end moment BA. दो मेंबर को सेपरेट कर दिया है. This is fixed end moment BC and this is fixed end moment CB. This is reaction RA, RB, B is common and RC. So fixed end moment AB. क्या इक्वेशन आएगा? We'll complete this step and then I'll stop. क्या रहता है? If there is a point load which is not acting at the center, what is the fixed end moment AB? एंटी क्लॉकवाइज रहता है, BA क्लॉकवाइज रहता है, ये सभी को पता है. What is the magnitude? I will get that value. Fixed end moment AB रहता है WAB square by L square. Fixed end moment BA रहता है WA square B by L square. Okay. अभी यहाँ पे दो लोड है, एक ही मेंबर पे दो पॉइंट लोड है, तो फिक्स्ड एंड मोमेंट AB कैसे आएगा? फिक्स्ड एंड मोमेंट AB WA1 B1 square by L square प्लस WA2 B2 स्क्वायर बाय L स्क्वायर. वैल्यू रहेगी माइनस में, बट वी आर नॉट राइटिंग द वैल्यू इन माइनस, वी आर शोइंग द डायरेक्शन एंटी क्लॉकवाइज. ओके, एंड फिक्स्ड एंड मोमेंट BA क्या रहेगा? WA स्क्वायर B बाय L स्क्वायर, B बाय L स्क्वायर प्लस WA स्क्वायर B बाय L स्क्वायर. ठीक है, ये वैल्यू आपकी प्लस रहेगी. ओके, मींस क्लॉकवाइज. सो आर यू गेटिंग दिस वैल्यू 64? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So सो ये हो गया. उसके बाद रिएक्शन RA-RB कैसे निकलेगी?
मोमेंट
Once
ले
you
लेंगे
get this moment, you take the
Moment.
equilibrium equation, summation Fy equal to 0. Take the moment at any point. Find out the value of RA-RB. Okay, are you getting the value? 2832.
Yes, ma'am.
Do the calculations. I told you, many times I am telling you that do the calculations. Okay, कैलकुलेटर रखो साथ में, कैलकुलेट करके देखो. तो ये हो गया आपका पहले मेंबर का फिक्स्ड एंड मोमेंट सपोर्ट रिएक्शन निकाल दिया. फिक्स्ड एंड मोमेंट 64, रिएक्शन 2832. Then second member, there is a UDL. This is very easy. Okay, what? Tell me fixed end moment BC. Which formula you are using?
WL square by 12.
WL square by 12.
WL square by 12. Okay, WL square by 12 minus ये भी WL square by 12. Then find out RB RC. RB कैसे लिख लेगी? WL by 2. WL by 2. 30. ओके, तो जो भी मेंबर लोड है उसको अपन ने कन्वर्ट कर दिया जॉइंट लोड में बाय फाइंडिंग आउट इट्स 4 वैल्यूज ऑफ फिक्स्ड मोमेंट एंड रिएक्शंस. So here I will stop. Okay, tomorrow I will continue this problem. So up to this, आप उसको रिवाइज करो एक बार, and then how to assemble that A matrix we'll see. We'll continue tomorrow's class. Okay, so please stay on the line. I'll take the attendance first.